Hello, my name is Newt Newport. I'm the developer of Crypts Things, which is a swords and sorcery fantasy role-playing game in the old school tradition. If you're wondering what do I mean by old school tradition, I mean it harks back to rule sets that were available in the early 80s and 1970s. And if you grew up with the hobby that sort of age, you'll know exactly what I mean. If you don't, just pick up the rules and have a quick gander, and it'll all become very apparent. This is the cover by the wonderful John Hodgson, who does the One Ring role-playing game. He's an old friend of mine, so I'm lucky enough that I can tap him up to do covers once in a while. And he loved doing this one of a barbarian and his sorceress friends, who have just awoken a load of serpent men who are quite angry, cross about the whole thing. Hey. Right, let's have a look inside. Please note this is a preview copy of the game. Still a bit of proofing to be done, so if you do spot any mistakes, they will be sorted out by the time it turns up on your desk if you order. Very quick introduction, one page of fiction to get you in the mood, and then it hit you with some artwork. And the first section of the book, which is the Scrolls of Wondrous Revelation, which is the player's handbook. So there's the barbarian class, very much based upon a certain raven-haired barbarian from Robert E. Howard's stories, and based upon a character class that appeared in White Dwarf issue number 2 back in the late 70s. I told you we were old school. The fighter class, looking at young and stroppy there, and on that page, you probably can't see at this range, is all his fighting styles. Fighters get to pick fighting styles, which means fighters are very different from one another. Magician class there, that can be anything from a sorcerer to your local wise woman, shaman, evil priest, and more there. And there's the thief. Who's more like a grey mouser type. Very nippy in combat, and I think that's a page of life events. You have 3 of those. Life events give you bonuses to your stats, your armor class, or damage, bonuses to hit. For example, I've got one here that says, "When I was very young, demons came and took me away into the dark." That gives you a +1 versus demons, and you can hit damage them even if they acquire magical weapons to damage, as well as giving you a colourful backstory. What happened to your character when they were in the dark? Equipment, we buy equipment. There's the obligatory sort of group shot of armour classes there. And then we go on to how to play. Chapter How to Play. This section of the book has all the rules that you'll need, including sanity. You'll need sanity. We have a very quick sanity system, or not. You might not like sanity. One of the things I like about Swords and Wizardry as a rule set to base, which Crypts and Things is based on, is it's very modular. If you don't like any aspect of the rules, you just substitute it or omit it for your favourite variant from another rule set. Sanity, I know some people saying, I don't need a sanity game in my game. You don't need to use it. Okay, it's just there in the rules. This one page. Magicians use it. You might want to keep it for them, but not for them. That's it. I don't make it. It's not an integral part of the game unless you want to make it to be. Then we have a section on combat. And a big Minotaur. Guess who was going to win that fight? More rules. More skulls. Yes, lots of skulls in this book. And then there's an example of play. I'll give you. That's 4 pages of example of plays. Then on to the spell lists. Spells are grouped into 3 spell lists because we don't have magic users or clerics in this game. There's 3 spell lists: white magic, grey magic, and black magic. Basically, white magic is all the nice I heal you type spells. Grey magic is all the sort of illusion spells you might want to use if you're a bit deceptive, and they basically leave you exhausted once you've cast them. And black magic, it either requires sacrifice or you have to spend your own blood to cast them, and may drive you insane in the process. So, big huge section on magic as usual. And then, hey, we're on to the Book of Doom. The Book of the Doom is for the Crypt Keepers, the referee of the game. So the first section, this is the Continent Terror. There's the Continent Terror, which is a very, very quick sort of setting for it. And then we have a section on treasure and magic items. There's not much on this, magic items, because magic items tend to be very unique, but very nasty. And you probably, if you get hold of one, you might want to use it briefly for the task at hand to defeat a monster, and then you're off to the local lake or volcano to get rid of it, because they're not nice things. And then finally, the next section is the bit I'm writing, the Compendium of Fiends. If you remember the Fiend Factory in White Dwarf and oh dear, and the Fiend Folio, which was a sort of British-led monster manual, very much in that tradition. Nasty sort of monsters. And there's a flying serpent. Each monster, as well as the stats, comes with a little description, little bit of colour text. Sort of place it in well. Oh, crawling corruption. Gorgoths. Whoa. So, got many illustrations. Not every monster, but I certainly got all the keynote ones done. Way, Serpent Men. We have a whole section on Serpent Men. There's various varieties that you can interact with in the game. Socialise with. Have tea. Decapitate with your axe. Oh, there's all the challenge levels and whizzing past. Yep, here's an introductory scenario. I started this one basically being a standard, here's a map, here's a couple of rooms described, and it kind of blew up in my face and I described the whole mini dungeon. So you've got full of... And finally we have the appendices, which has a bit about how the game's set up, a section for Crypt Keepers advice, and there's the Crypt Keeper sitting there on his throne of demons. Section about crypt creation, and then suddenly we're into tables for random dungeon and crypt design and various other fun tables, city events there, some more guidance. So basically the appendices are a grab bag of advice, tables for fun things, as well as the obligatory Appendix N, and also an Appendix M as well. So, but all the sort of bits that don't really fit within the rules, but needed a bit of explanation, expansion in the appendices. And that's the back cover. That should give you a sense of the creepiness of the world. And that's it. That's the end of my guided tour of Crypts and Things. So please pre-order and support the book. Thank you.